Welcome, I'm the DeadwoodJedi. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. We're back on the free-to-play with the Road to Hydra. It is almost day, it's day 139. No, I do not play every single day. I try to, but I do fail. Don't mind the red dots, not important. What is important is when I'm recording this, it's Tuesday, Hydra time. I haven't done an update on my Hydra team. I actually haven't even really tried to do anything new with my Hydra team. But we have a lot of new champions on my account, and so I think I might be able to do two separate keys, one for normal and one for hard, and that's what we're going to try today to do. So I'm going to see if I can one key my normal with basically my B squad here, right? And we've got some new champions. So these are the two teams I've been using, right? So this first team, this is my B team right here, right? Got Razzlevarg, Deliana, Rhonda, Jizzo, Mordecai, Deacon Armstrong. It's not a perfect team by any means whatsoever, but with Deliana, with Jizzo, I can do some provoke stuff. I can do some mischief head targeting, and I'm hopeful that's going to work really nicely for us. And then we've also got Mordecai, a new pull that I've gotten on my account, and that means HP burn. It also means that I can place that through the poison cloud, which is a really important factor to bring in. So I feel like with this, especially with Razzlevarg and Deacon, there's hopefully enough speed here where I can consistently take enough turns, and maybe I can eke out one key on normal. I don't know if that's possible, but I'm going to try and see what I can do. Even if I don't get top key, I'm still probably going to use this team for normal, regardless of the difficulty of the chest. And the reason is very specifically, one, my number one goal is to get Mithrala, right? And I think I can use my main team here to really advance in the other Hydra difficulty on hard, and I should be able to go pretty good. With this team, basically without Artak here, I had Rhonda in this spot. I was able to get to a one key on normal last time. So what I'm thinking is, I've kind of, finished leveling everybody up. I've got Artak now, who I think is going to be absolutely outstanding for Hydra here. And so I do have to build them up a little bit, just have to finish ascending them. These are things I haven't done yet. We have very low accuracy, which is definitely going to be a problem as far as landing those HP burns. Definitely problematic there. But I feel like there's a lot of potential to have this team be a one key for things like the hard level of Hydra. So that's our goal today. I'm going to see how this works. And yeah, so we'll jump in and kind of, hopefully I can share a couple thoughts as we're going through, but I'm going to try using this B team for normal. And once that I can do that, that means I can really focus my attention on my main team and see if we can't advance. So that's what we're gonna see if we can't do that. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one that comes out. If you enjoyed today's music, we have that link to the SoundStripe down below in the pinned comment and description of this video, and you can use my code DeadwoodJedi and save 15%. And of course, if you want account work, help with your dungeon teams, clan boss, etc., my team is more than ready to go for you. All you gotta do is visit my website, DeadwoodJedi.com. Okay, as we jump in here, it's gonna be pretty basic, right? I mean, the biggest thing is obviously getting the speed up. Honestly, I don't even know how well geared these folks are. A little bit, it's always a little bit iffy, honestly, when I'm doing this stuff. So one of the big things, thankfully, this is actually a pretty decent rotation for us too. One of the big things is making sure that the head of decay is not out there, which is not. We do have Jizzo, obviously, to deal with that if we need to, but that is something that's kind of nice, not having to worry about that, especially with this group in particular here. That's going to be really good. Do I want a continuous heal? Why not? Okay, not bad. And we do have block buffs. I forgot we have this actually with her, with Eliana. It's kind of a really nice champion. And of course, she gets her stuff stolen. It's a great start. Fantastic start. Nothing like getting that stolen to begin. Boy, that could be problematic. Could be. It will be problematic, I think is a better way to phrase that. But that's okay. Just go ahead. We can hit anybody here, which is kind of nice, honestly. Right. Here boost. Surviving might be an issue. We don't really have any healing in here, so if we don't get some leech from Deliana, it's gonna be kind of sketch. Yeah, and there's no revival either. So look, we can do like 1 million damage or so with this basic team, maybe 2 million damage. I'm not sure, but obviously this team is not set up to be successful. It's a little bit disappointing. Okay, 1.6 million. That gives us good baseline, right? And because it all died so quickly, very obvious that's not going to change very much. So okay, we have a good baseline there. Obviously, one of the things I would need with that team is more healing, and so that's something I would want to work on. But that's the normal team. Let's take this team into hard, the main squad, and we'll see how that goes. I did build Artak up. I got him. I fully ascended him. I got him his banners. I figured that wouldn't be a bad thing to do. I did that, and we'll see how this works on hard. If it can work on hard, never having done it before, kind of give it a whirl here. And of course we got multiple revivers on this team, makes it a little easier. Our accuracy levels are higher with this squad. Like, everything's going to be a lot considerably better with this team here. Just about making sure it all works. There you go, poison clouds and blocks, don't have to worry about that. And we're off to a good start so far, which I can fully appreciate. Clear that stuff up. Okay, that didn't work at all. Ah, boy. Oh boy. That decreased speed. We landed on 1. That's a little unfortunate. Such is life. And this should be pretty smooth. So if I see something, I'll try and chime in. Otherwise, I'm gonna let this run and see how this goes. Obviously, I can't let it run. I gotta manual it. But the idea is I'll run it and see how it progresses. All right, we just had Royal Guard eaten by the Head of Mischief, which is absolutely the worst, and the Poison Cloud's on there, so this is gonna definitely test our team. So far, one of the great things though I've been noticing, Artak is really strong, right? Like, obviously he does a lot of damage. We all know he's a good champion, but you know, that HP burn activation, if you can get enough HP burn out there, they're really good champ. So it's a very nice kind of thing to notice just off the bat here. But obviously, you know, gonna take some doing to make sure this all works out the way it's supposed to. Hopefully, exactly what's gonna happen. Problem is, it's that hit thing, right? So the first hit places it. So yeah, it's unfortunate. Rose Guard just got fed. That's not good. So let's do it for regroup. See if we can't do this better. Damage I need 5 million. Yep, 0.6. All right, so again, we're just trying to get bottom chest. We're not looking for the top chest on any of this stuff. But if we get bottom chest in both of these, I think that's actually a better way to go. But we'll see. Try to get as many burns out as we can. One of the great things I definitely am a big fan of. Didn't realize this before, how much damage Artak can do. He's really good addition. Obviously I just haven't played with him much, so definitely a good addition. But like, we're gonna keep our damage going at a pretty solid level. The hard part with this, with the bosses being so much faster, things like their accuracy, resistance being higher, it's gonna be more difficult trying to keep a lot of the not a lot of the buffs or the debuffs up, anything like that, but it's gonna be a lot harder for us to stay alive. It's gonna be one of the big things. You know, once somebody gets eaten, it gets a little problematic, and Royal Guard will be the first since he's got the highest crit damage. And so that's gonna be the tricky part here, is can we survive once that happens? We also don't really have a mischief tank, so if I don't get enough block buffs out, that can definitely prove problematic and something I kind of need to be aware of. The fears obviously are a pain in the butt, and we don't have great affinity for most of my blue champions here with the head of decay there, so that, or head of toxic head, whichever one that was, the head of poisons. So it's going to be a little bit interesting trying to make sure this all works out the way I want it to, but we're going to try. You can see we have a lot of people pretty low on health right now, and it's hard to find safe targets to attack. But I'm hopeful it'll work out. Also, I don't have any fun sets, right? There's no reflex, there's nothing creative, because I just don't have those gear sets on the account. It's not easy enough for me to farm those things, so I haven't been focusing on it, and as a result, you know, I can't put Ugo in toxic. I don't have good relentless gear, things like that. That's just not a part of this. So that was kind of interesting. Rogard got killed, which meant that he's not going to get eaten, so that passed over to Artak. Should be interesting. The other thing I think I might want to do is to use Artak's A1 first and his A2 after that. Hopefully extend the HP burns that he places before activating and destroying them. You know, one of the interesting things is he places it and then it's pretty much done. Be nice to get a little more out of it if possible. Well, that's a real problem. We had the block buff stolen and it got spread. So now I'm in this odd position you guys, I'm sure, are familiar with, of having to wait for those to leave before I can really do anything. Like one of my least favorite things. And of course they have Poison Cloud up now, which is awful. This is bad all around. And Artak's on the verge of being eaten, which is even worse. I think by the time that happens, though, the Poison Cloud should be off, so at least we'll have a chance to recover. Hopefully. We'll see how this works. Not convinced at the moment. We got block buffs and increased defense out. That's huge for us. Roguard died, but hopefully we can bring him back, because even though the Mischief Head ate one of our champions, we should be able to free him. Hopefully right here. With the decreased defense out everywhere. It's actually a pretty big deal for us. And it's Artak, so it's definitely a damage dealer, someone we want freed. As soon as I can get him out, then we can get a lot of other stuff going. Okay, here we go. Big AoE, nice. Not enough to free him. No, that's not good. Not good. I need to get him out. We have a few turns, but ugh. Oh no, why would you do that? All right, here we go. We're gonna try this one more time. I failed a couple times trying to get this right. This is the hard part with early Hydra, is you actually have to, you really have to manual it. It's not an option. It's very frustrating. That's okay. All right, got a couple burns out. That's not bad. Artak, I am gonna try to use this A1 first instead of his A2 and extend the duration of those burns. Hopefully, we'll see if it works or not. Block buffs is great. That's a massive bonus for us. Extended the burn on Head of Wrath there, which is good. Not the toxic one though. Decay, whatever it's called. I don't know. Blight, Head of Blight. All right, let's get some decreased speed. Nope. Oh, okay, cool. I hate the fears, man. Hate the fears. So definitely the thing that this team's missing is decreased speed. It's absolutely the one thing that this team is desperately in need of. We don't have it out here. It means the opposing heads get to go a lot more often. And that is definitely a problem. Outside of that, that's the biggest thing that we're missing, right? You could always use some other stuff, right? But like as far as what's really not there, gotta be that. So hopeful that eventually I'll get a champion that can really, I could add into this mix and bring that for me. Even like a Visix actually would be really helpful instead of maybe like Jareg. Maybe some better protection wouldn't be bad either, truth be told, but. Royal Guard went down. I wasn't paying attention, so probably missed the revive opportunity. A lot of people just went down. It's not great. Okay. Let me bring Royal Guard back too. Provoke doesn't help either. He's gonna kill everybody. Dang it. All right. All right, well, this tells me one simple fact. We're still short of being able to really work on Hard Hydra. We're not there yet. I think it's a bit of a gearing issue in combination with the champion issue, right? Champions were doing okay, but like I don't quite have enough accuracy on champions like Artak to really make them shine. And I don't have enough sustainability on most of my champions to make them work. So we're partway there. Thankfully, what this does mean is I am still going to be able to very easily actually one key normal. Probably just toss it on auto and be able to get it done. Truth be told, not pay attention. This is definitely a good team for that. It is a tougher rotation in some ways too. We don't have to worry about the enemy cleanse, right, with the Head of Decay, but you know, the Blight and Torment and Mischief makes for a very hard one, plus the Head of Wrath. So it might just be the rotation itself that we can't do. But you know, I feel like we're definitely in the right vein here, on the right track. So that part's good. I'm happy about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my key and so I can get my Mithrala fragments tomorrow. But you can see we're making progress, right? So like my B team has no healing and no sustainability, so it dies really quickly, but it still puts up over 1 million damage, which is really good. And then my A team here is pretty solid. You know, the other thing, I could try bringing Rhonda back in instead of Artak. Maybe that makes a difference. There are definitely some adjustments I can make. I think Artak is probably, you know, the projected to be like the future of this team, but there are obviously some options here and some ways to go about it. So not too shabby, not too shabby. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. Hopefully you found this interesting or helpful. And that's all we got. So until next week on the Deadwood Jedi.